Judge William Harper couldn't stop smiling. From the moment the black defendant entered the courtroom, the judge treated the entire case like a joke. "Look at him," Harper chuckled to the prosecutor. "Another man who thinks he can beat the system." Several people in the courtroom laughed. Standing quietly at the defense table was Marcus Johnson, a well-dressed black man in his early 40s. He showed no emotion, no anger, no fear, just calm confidence. Judge Harper hated that immediately, because every defendant who stood before him usually looked nervous. Marcus didn't. The prosecutor stood and smirked. "Your Honor, the state requests the maximum sentence." Harper nodded. "I was thinking the same thing." Marcus's attorney looked frustrated. Every motion had been denied, every objection ignored. It felt less like a trial and more like a predetermined outcome. Then the judge leaned forward. "Mr. Johnson, do you have anything to say before I sentence you?" The courtroom became silent. Marcus slowly stood. "Yes, Your Honor." Harper rolled his eyes. "This should be entertaining." A few people laughed again. Marcus calmly reached into his briefcase. The bailiffs tensed, but he only removed a black leather case. Then he placed it gently on the defense table. The judge smirked. "What is that supposed to be?" Marcus looked directly at him. "The reason I came here." The smile disappeared from the judge's face. Marcus opened the case. Inside was a badge. FBI. The courtroom froze. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. The prosecutor stared in disbelief. Judge Harper blinked several times. "What is this?" Marcus slowly lifted the badge. "Special Agent Marcus Johnson." Whispers exploded across the room. Harper laughed nervously. "This is some kind of stunt." Marcus wasn't finished. He reached into the briefcase again. This time he pulled out several thick folders. Each one carried federal markings. Confidential. Active investigation. Federal evidence. The judge suddenly looked uncomfortable. Marcus placed the files on the table. "For the last 18 months, he said calmly, "I've been leading a federal corruption investigation involving this courthouse." The room went completely silent again. The prosecutor looked pale. Judge Harper's hands tightened around the bench. "What are you talking about?" Marcus opened the first folder. Bank records, wire transfers, property documents. The second folder contained witness statements. The third contained recorded phone calls, all connected to one person, Judge William Harper. The prosecutor slowly sat back down. His face had gone white. Marcus continued. "We discovered evidence of bribery, case manipulation, unlawful sentencing agreements, and coordination between court officials." The judge stood up suddenly. "This is outrageous." Marcus calmly pressed a button. A recording filled the courtroom. The judge's own voice. Discussing money. Discussing verdicts. Discussing how certain defendants could be made examples of. Gasps spread throughout the room. Several reporters immediately rushed toward the aisle. Cameras started flashing. Judge Harper looked completely shocked. "Turn that off." Marcus ignored him. Then the courtroom doors opened. Federal agents entered, one after another. The room fell silent. A senior FBI supervisor stepped forward. He looked directly at the judge. "Judge William Harper," he announced, "you are the subject of a federal corruption investigation." The judge froze. For the first time all day, he looked afraid. Marcus slowly closed the badge case, then looked directly at the man who had mocked him all morning. "You thought I was the defendant," he said quietly. The judge couldn't answer. Marcus nodded. "The truth is, you've been the target of this case the entire time." The courtroom erupted, and the arrogant judge who thought he controlled everything suddenly realized he had walked directly into his own downfall.